Casio for 3 times its list price? People paying overpriced for watches isn't only reserved to the high-end brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and AP. Affordable brands are getting in on the game as well. Today we're going to take a look at a Casio that sells for 3 times its list price. It has a Tiffany blue dial, obviously not in association with Tiffany. However, triple the price. That is just crazy. Is it worth 3 times the amount that it actually should sell for? Let's flip the camera, take a look at some of the details on the watch, and figure out if it's actually worth 3 times its list price. And here's the watch. So you can see this gets a Tiffany, sort of Tiffany blue colored dial. There are tons of brands out there taking advantage of this color because it is extremely popular right now. And this watch, much like the Rolex OP and of course the Tiffany blue dial that recently came out, is selling for over its asking price. So the asking price on this watch is around $59 or $69. They are usually selling for about triple that, which is really insane when you consider the specs on this watch. But again, people really want this color dial for one reason or another. The Rolex OP sells for like $15,000. It's pretty damn crazy. Now this gets a brass case, so it's a chrome-plated brass case, mineral crystal, but the dial here is really nice. They did a good job with the color. It is a Tiffany blue color. Obviously, none of the dials are officially Tiffany blue, except the ones that actually say Tiffany on the dial. This one obviously does not, so this is not in association with Tiffany's in any way. But you can see they executed the dial well. You have a minute track on the outer portion that's printed in black. Then you have applied indices. They are a high polish and they are sort of batons. You have double batons for the primary indices. It says Casio right below the 12 o'clock index. Right above the 6 o'clock index, it says WR for water resistance and 50 meters. At the 3 o'clock, you have a very small date window, which is a little bit annoying. In my opinion, it has a little surround around it. And then you have cut off indices there. You have a fluted bezel on here. When you move it around, you can see it's a really interesting looking bezel because it's sort of stepped. You have a fluted bezel on top of a flat bezel. That's how I would describe it. Interesting looking. Not bad. And then of course, like I said, you're getting a brass case. So this is a chrome plated brass case. I'll do close-ups of the watch so you can see what I'm talking about, but you wouldn't know the difference between this and a stainless steel case in hand. However, you know, with time it will wear off. The chrome will wear off and it will come off and you will see the brass. You have a stainless steel case back. It's basically just got the spec sheet, and then you have a folding buckle. The buckle is in stainless steel as well. I don't know if the bracelet itself is in stainless steel, but it is rolled steel. So these are not solid links. You have brushed outer links and then polished inner links. The inner links are a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. The watch itself, I think, is around 39 millimeters, but we'll do measurements really quickly. And it does wear or feel like a Rolex OP on your wrist. And I'll throw up video of the Rolex OP that I have actually featured here on my Instagram and YouTube, one that I tried on when I was at Joma Shop. So it's 38 millimeters. You do get female end links on here, which actually I was very surprised about. And the female end links, it's 44 millimeters lug to lug, but even at the bracelet, it's around 44 millimeters, which is great. You have an unsigned crown, which is also chrome plated, 5.3 millimeters. And then of course, you have a Japanese quartz movement. It's a 9.5 millimeters thick, and you do get a mineral crystal on here. But all in all, I think this is a very good looking watch. I would definitely pay $59 for this. I would not pay $1 over that. In fact, I think a lot of people are paying around 200 and change for this watch. It is definitely not worth $200. It's not worth $100. I would pay around $59 for this watch. $69, $79, maybe pushing it, but that's where I'm at with this watch. Again, you get a very nice dial on here. It's not high quality, but it is a good looking dial. So I'm gonna throw it on my wrist and then we will do a quick lume shot. So today I have on, this is my IWC Ingenieur Perpetual Calendar Flyback Chronograph. It's a pretty insane watch in grade 5 titanium. Video for this will be dropping pretty soon. This has been a grail watch for me for a very long time, and I finally own it, so I'm really happy about that. Here it is on my 7.5 inch wrist. It is unsized for my 7.5 inch wrist. It's a 38mm watch, as you can see, in a chrome-plated brass case. For $59, like I said, I think that's a really good price. On eBay, there are a few sellers that are selling this watch for around $149. I think that's a lot for this watch. You definitely should consider other watches at that price point, because you could get watches from Timex and other brands that are way nicer than this. And you could even get some with mechanical movements, seagull movements and stuff like that from Timex. I would definitely go that route. This does have a mineral crystal. That's kind of expected at this price. But again, at $200 and up, you should be getting a sapphire crystal, or, you know, somewhere in that range, you should be getting a sapphire crystal, in my opinion. But you can see on my 7.5 inch wrist, it's actually a pretty good looking watch. Very quickly, let me shut off lights and we will do a quick lume shot and wrap up the video. Well, there you go. Only the hands are lumed. It's not incredibly bright either, but at $59 to $79, I think that's acceptable. Anything over that, obviously, this is not acceptable. Really nice dial, very nicely executed. Not a very high quality watch, but again, if you are paying the retail on this watch, definitely worth it. Anything above retail, you should definitely not purchase this watch. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the Tiffany's dial craze? All these brands coming out with dials that look like a Tiffany color. All of them really aren't sanctioned, so they don't have Tiffany on the dial. That means they are not a Tiffany watch, including Rolex. Really, the only ones that are, I think, officially Tiffany's are Tiffany watches, and of course, the Patek Philippe Tiffany collaboration. So there you go. But obviously, you can use any color you want for a dial, and Casio has. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'll catch you guys in the next video.